what's up everybody, my name is Golden, and today I'm gonna talk about Russia and Ukraine tensions is going on right now in April. So if you guys don't know about the news lately, there's been tensions is going on of Russia sending her troops near Ukraine in the border, while Ukraine is still dealing a lot of problems, you Chernobyl, the conflict, you already know what happened. And Russia is planning could be invasion in World War III. We don't know is it gonna be happen in World War III, but we still don't know what's gonna happen in Ukraine and Russia. So what's going on with Ukraine? Well, basically, it's a long story, I can tell. This might be gonna take for ages to talk about, but the shortest way I could explain, Ukraine used to be a Russian empire two times, the Russian Empire and the Soviet Union. Well, kind of. Ukraine used to be independent back in 1919, whatever, but the Bolsheviks was like, no independence of Ukraine, and they fought a war against Poland and other else, you know what I mean. And during the Soviet times, Ukraine has a famine. I think that's a family. I think that's the history. And World War II, you already know what happened. And there's a lot of things that I could explain, but that would take forever. Oh yeah, and Chernobyl accident. Yeah, it was a long story, 33 years ago or something. I don't know. Since Ukraine gained independence against Russia, 91 or 75% people voted the freedom against Soviet Union in the Independence Day. And Ukraine economic in 2000s was pretty good. Ukraine started talking to the West, and you already know what the freaking thingy. And Russia was completely have little bit problem. They have little bit problems, some ports. First of all, Russia is massive. You already know how big Russia is. There are some problems what Russia need to do. First of all, in north, there is a freaking North Pole, and every winter, it always has to be freezing into the water. This makes the only solution was east and west. The west is completely Volokasskoy. I forgot what the port's name is, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. And the east, well, Kaliningrad is the enclave with the next to Poland and Lithuania. Kaliningrad doesn't freeze in, so that's good. But the only problem was that Denmark was blocking the way, has some blocking problems, the Strait of to get the North Sea into Atlantic Ocean, whatever. And the south was the Black Sea, which Turkey is also blocked, not to let Russia attempt to get into the Syria civil war. You already know what civil war happened. And Ukraine did something unexpected happened. Ukraine President Vitor, I think that's his name, but I'm not the best memory ever. But if you're from Ukraine, I don't know if I get some mistakes, but whatever. And Ukraine decided not to join European Union or NATO. They want to be a good ally with Russia. That pissed off a lot of Ukrainian people. Ukrainian people decide to protest crap out of you in 2013, and then it got violence in 2014. They thought they would fix everything very shortly, but then everything got even 10 times worse than 2013. It got even worse. Crimea declared independence. Like just one day later, Russia annexed the Crimea, so Russia couldn't use access to the sea, Black Sea, you already know. Yeah, Crimean Peninsula is long story. I'm not gonna talk about Crimea. And Ukraine and Russia completely owning who's owned the Crimean Peninsula. Ukraine owned the Crimean Peninsula. However, there's so many Russian people living Crimean Peninsula. Over 2 million Russian people live Crimean Peninsula, which that doesn't give a lot of Russian populations today. And the eastern Ukraine was Luhansk and Donetsk declare independence against Ukraine. The Ukrainian forces quickly go into the eastern Ukraine and try to take over 2 cities in order to control everything, to make sure these pro-Russian separatists make sure they're not gonna join Russia. However, that's a big mistake. Russia completely decided to send armies to help Donetsk and Luhansk in order to stop Ukraine to try to take these 2 cities, I guess. So, Donetsk and Luhansk is having a big conflict on the Donbas region, and there was a peace in 2015, just only a year later, called Minsk II. Was France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia came into the agreement to peace, and things didn't go well. The agreement never happened. It was like, okay, Russia and Ukraine, you guys have been fighting a war just 1 year later. Can you guys just stop using armor weapons, wars and whatever? Just how about peace treaty? And Ukraine with Russia was like, alright, but that never happened. That was completely long term in the war. Until 6 years later, or 5 years later, I guess, Russia decided to, you already know what 2021 was like. COVID-19 came along in 2020, and Joe Biden is here to help to Ukraine, of course. And we don't know what's going to happen in Ukraine and Russia. Will Ukraine will lose the war against Russia, or will NATO help Ukraine to fight against Russia? We don't know yet. We don't know. We still don't know the answers. But anyways, this is just a short video. I'm a bit too lazy to make more videos. I didn't have enough time because I'm busy after online classes or school or whatever. So yeah, see you later everybody, and stay safe, I guess.